What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So from the title of this video, you guys already know we'll be making a video of this car. This is my 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer GT, and this is the 8-year video of this car. So yeah, let's take it back. Let's give you guys a little bit backstory of this car, talk about what's been done to it. Okay, so this is my 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer GT. It's a car that I bought brand new from the Mitsubishi dealership back in 2015. I'm the only owner, and this car, I've had it for 8 years now. So everything you see in the car has been built from the ground up, either with the help of, you know, friends, with shops, DIYs myself, and the car has definitely came a long way. So for those of you guys who are new to the channel, let me do a quick little walk around, show you guys the car. We'll show you guys the car inside and out, and yeah, this car is my pride and joy. So I know a lot of you guys are subscribers and follow me because of this one car. So yeah, over the years I've had a lot of people tell me that I've inspired them to build their Mitsubishi Lancers, build their Evos, build any other cars they have, and just very proud to own this car. It's my masterpiece. Okay, so first things first, let's get this out the way. A lot of people over the years ask, why do I spend so much money on a Mitsubishi Lancer building it up when I could have got an Evo 10? So, quick answer is, back in 2015 when I was purchasing a car, I wanted something brand new. I had my EK Civic. Quite honestly, the Evo 10 MR and Evo 10 GSRs, brand new. The final edition was what they had at the dealership at the time. A little bit out of price range, out of budget. The Evo 10 MR was $38,000, and sorry, GSR was $38,000 and the MR was $43,000. That's, you know, before Texas title and all that stuff. So, you know, pretty pricey car from the factory. Next one down would be the Ralliart. Also a turbo car, also all-wheel drive, and I was looking to getting a Ralliart. Went to check out one or two cars, didn't happen. So the next down is the GT model, which is what you see here. It's a 2.4 liter 4B12 engine, naturally aspirated. So, you know, slightly higher displacement, but it's non-turbo. So what you see here, obviously, is far from stock. I've been building the car for 8 years now. And let's go ahead and get some of the, you know, nitty-gritty out the way. So with this car that you see, this is my show car, my show build that I brought to many shows. Over the years, really humbled to be taking home awards from some really big shows like Week Fest, Clean Culture, Import Expo, you know, you name it. There's just so many shows that I've been to over the years that I've took home awards. So really humbled for that. This car, what makes it stand out, firstly, is this car is now turbo. So it's a 2.4 liter turbo car. Secondly, we do have a wide body kit on it, both front and rear. So that's something that, you know, stands out as well. And then we also do have a big brake conversion swap. So that's something that people always ask me about as well. So the front, these are not Evo 10 Brembos. These are actually Cadillac CTS-V 6-pot brakes, so huge brakes up front. And then on the rears, we have the 2-pot Brembos. These are from an Evo 10. So yeah, if you guys want to see any of the videos on this car, whether it's the big brake swap, the turbos conversion, the wide body kit put on, all that goodies, we do have so many videos on the YouTube channel. I've been making car videos on this car for 8 years now, and I've had my channel for 8 years. So yeah, thank you guys, OG subscribers, if you guys been watching since day one. So yeah, I got the three big things out the way: the turbo, the wide body, the big brakes. So I also do have a lot of really rare JDM parts, and by rare JDM parts I mean discontinued parts. Some parts that are really hard to find or might take a long time to pre-order. So, you know, stuff like my T37 wheels, I love those wheels, my dream wheels. We have stuff like the, you know, carbon hoods, the bumper, Ganadors. These are another really rare, hard to find discontinued part. These are Ganador mirrors, the Super Tycoon with the LEDs. Even stuff like the Voltex wing. Shout out to my buddy Maverick. We bought this off his Subaru WRX show build, the Voltex Type 4. So a lot of really nice, cool bits on the car. So far I've just showed you guys the exterior of the car, but let's show you guys inside the car, in the cockpit, as well as under the hood. So a lot of goodies on this car inside and out. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the interior of the car. So first things first, a lot of these trimming here are hydro dip by my buddy Thomas. He used to own a hydro dip shop here in Austin. So all these pieces are all hydro dip carbon from him years ago. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, I'm pretty sure they make a carbon dash kit, but back then I got it hydro dipped. Here's the interior. These are Brom Racing seats. I got them when they first came out. I want to say maybe 5 years back. It's been quite a few years. Some Takata harnesses, race harnesses that are 4-point harnesses. We've got some nice diamond stitch leather floor mats. One thing that I absolutely love in the interior is my Voltex steering wheel setup. So yeah, when you're driving the car, as cool as it looks on the outside, I think the cockpit interior of the car is very important, because that's what you see as a driver. This Voltex steering wheel I will never sell. I absolutely love it. When they came out, there were only 50 of them made in leather and 50 made in suede. So this is a 1 of 50 steering wheel, super rare. Comes with the Voltex horn. It's actually a collaboration piece with Personal and Voltex. So as of right now, still one-off collaboration. I also do have small little subtle goodies like some titanium bits. These are Grady Chasing J titanium bits, and it's paired to a tilt hub. This is the Night Runner International NRI and Works Bell collab, 1 of 50, I believe. So yeah, as you can tell, a lot of rare goodies that I got over the years for the car. Some of you guys might be asking what this shifter setup is. This is a Chasing J titanium shift knob. I've swapped out quite a few shift knobs over the years, and what this is here is a cold speed shifter. I believe you can still get them. I don't think they're discontinued, but this is actually really meant for the like rally yards or your Evo 10 MRs. So I was able to fit that on. Your Android Auto screen, 10.2 inch dash. We have like gauges. I did a Subaru style gauge on here, AEM boost gauge, FU ratio, oil temperature gauge up here. Over here, this is a custom, I guess you can say, dash kit. We have your Defy gauges, oil pressure, your voltage, as well as your coolant temp. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and show you guys on startup how it looks like. I love the gauges when they start up. I don't know, I geek out over small stuff like that. It's so cool. And in the interior, small little bits like a Broadway mirror with your black view dash cam. My wife got that for me for my birthday 1 year. Let's see what else here. Small little goodies, carbon goodies all around the car. Oh, and on the back right now we still have my Cypher Auto roll bar, so I could technically still fit people back there. But honestly, maybe in the future when you continue building this car, we'll take out, you know, the rear seats, fully got it. As of right now, if I ever need to ferry people around, at least I kind of have a car with back seats. As you guys know, if you follow the channel for a while, this is my only car with 4 seats with 4 doors. I have the RCF with back seats. S2000 doesn't have back seats. So yeah. Okay, so let's also go ahead and pop the hood, show you guys what we have here. There's a lot of rare titanium discontinued goodies as well from the turbo build. So if you guys have been following me for a while, before the turbo build I had a show setup that was pretty nice, but you know, once I went turbo I pretty much changed out the entire engine bay setup. So this is what we have under the hood. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen underneath the hood of my car, there's a lot to unpack here. So there's a lot of stuff going on. First things first, I want to say this piece right here, I've had quite a few people ask me. This is hydro dipped by my buddy Thomas, hydro print shop that is no longer around here in Austin. But same with all my interior goodies, you know, he hydro dipped it. These are actually engine parts. You can see like your pistons, your air intake, you got your suspension goodies, your cams. So pretty cool, really nice piece, conversation starter. And then obviously we have a lot more really rare goodies here. So you know, I'm a sucker for rare JDM discontinued parts. So your ARC intake, ARC blow valve pipe, ARC blow valve, ARC upper intercooler piping, ARC radiator cap, ARC intercooler. These are pretty rare too. These are discontinued Blitz clamps, intercooler pipe clamps. Let's see what else. This one is also pretty rare. I got this from a guy in Australia. Discontinued Ralliart oil cap. We got your titanium carbine strut bar. This is also pretty rare and discontinued. That is a titanium Monster Sport turbo manifold. Yeah, small little goodies, Tomei gauge, Project Mu cap, you know, small little goodies that I put on over the years to kind of beautify my engine bay. But yeah, this is my show build. So what that means is I rarely take this car out. I definitely don't daily drive this car. And whenever there are car shows, I try to take her out. I used to travel all around Texas with car shows. So Houston, Dallas, you know, stuff like that. But in recent years, I haven't been traveling a whole lot with this car. A couple of reasons. One is because for the last few years, this car kind of has been in storage at my family's house. So because of a parking situation, we can't have too many cars where I live. This car has been sitting there since I drive this car the least. And secondly, this car has quite a lot of rare parts on it. It sits fairly low, and honestly, I get kind of scared to drive this car. Scared not because it's super fast, but scared because of all the, you know, time and dedication put into this build. I've broken my fiberglass bumper twice, so I had it repaired and repainted, and you know, each time you break parts, they're expensive to fix. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to find stock parts on this car. Even your headlights, those are off the market now. Show mode, even your tail lights off the market now. There's just so many parts on the car that are pretty much been swapped out, right? Yeah, absolutely love this car. What do you guys think? If you guys are fans of it, leave a thumbs up. Oh, and I guess a lot of you guys also constantly ask me over the years, so now the car is turbo, how long has it been turbo for? Is it reliable? How much power are you making? Stuff like that. So this car, I've had it turbo since 2020. So at the time of shooting this video, it has been about 3.5 years of this car being turbo. I've had no issues with the car. And I think there's two big parts to it. Number one, I had a trusted shop, Long's Automotive, do the turbo build for me here in Austin, Texas. You can definitely do a DIY. For me, you know, I'm not a mechanic by trade. I want to make sure I leave it to an entrusted shop who know what they're doing. So we got all that done through a shop. And then the second thing is your tune. You want to make sure you go to a reputable tuner who knows what they're doing. A lot of shops have experienced tuning Evos, Evo 10s, Evo 8s, Evo 9s, but the Lancer is slightly different, especially this one being the 4B12. I think it's a little bit different. So I was actually e-tuned by Rick, the owner of Rallinspired. He is a pioneer when it comes to tuning Lancers, turbo and non-turbo. I actually got my tune from him before I went turbo. When I was still naturally aspirated, he tuned my Lancer. And then now that I'm turbo, he tuned me again. He lives in California, I'm here in Texas. So we can do something called an e-tune, which means that he pretty much, you know, we communicate through email. He sends me a file, data log, you know, to data log, you know, see how the car is running. And then I send him feedback. Hey, I think it's a little bit laggy, response a little bit slow, is bogging at 1000 RPM, stuff like that, you know. You just give him a little bit of feedback, he'll revise the tune, send it back. So there's a lot of back and forth through email. But yeah, he knows his stuff. He's been tuning Lancers since they came out in 2008, I believe. So definitely a pioneer. If you guys want to see parts that you need for your turbo build, he also has a list, a write-up on his website. So yeah, he tunes other cars too, not just Lancers, but you know, he's a pioneer in this platform. So yeah, your install and then of course your tuner. You gotta make sure those two are done right. I haven't had any oil leaks, any coolant leaks, any sort of leaks, any boost leaks. You know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, but everything has been solid for me. After the turbo build, I've driven it. You know, sure, I don't drive it much, but when I do drive it, I push it hard. I've taken it on road trips. I've done a car show in Houston that's like, you know, 2.5 to 3 hour one-way drive. So that's about a 5-6 hour drive back and forth. I did this year I did a car show in San Antonio, so it's like an hour drive one way, an hour drive back, you know, stuff like that. So you know, I've definitely driven this car, put some miles on it, and yeah, car has been great. And if you guys are wondering, this is still the CVT transmission. I know I get quite a bit of hate. I got this car because this car was, you know, my daily driver back then, and I didn't want a manual transmission. I do know how to drive manual, right? My S2000 is manual, but this car, if I were to manual swap it, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I want to manual swap it. Firstly, it's going to cost me a few $1,000s to get the whole manual transmission swap parts. The only upside to it is I can run more boost if I do manual swap it. With the CVT, you're kind of limited in terms of how much boost you run because you don't want to blow up the transmission. It tends to overheat. So for CVT guys who are looking to turbo it, they recommend about 4 to 7 pounds of boost. If you're manual, maybe about 10 pounds of boost. Obviously, if you have a built block, you can push a little bit more, but whatever your tuner say is safe to push, right? My goal with this car is not huge power, but I wanted a little bit more power and, you know, to be, I guess, quote unquote, more reliable, safe power. So power wise, we never had a dyno tune, but we're right around the, I would say 280 to 300 horsepower range. So yeah, but dyno. And if you guys are CVT looking to turbo it, few things: run lower boost, right? 4 to 7 pounds of boost. Also add a transmission cooler. My car did come with one. I added a second transmission cooler. Also added a fan, so you keep your transmission temperature low and cool. Should be fine. For manual transmission guys, don't worry too much. You know, if you run about 10 pounds of boost, you should be good. Again, there are guys who run crazy amounts of boost, but you know, the more boost you run, obviously your engine is taking a strain, so there's always a possibility it might blow up. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the turbo build has went. If you guys are wondering, on a budget, if you were to get your car turbo, you could probably get everything done for about $3,000 to $5,000. That's parts, assuming you do it yourself, right? And then tune and all that. Parts itself probably run you $1,000 to $1,500, and then your tune, depending on what you want done, maybe $1,000 or so. And then depending on you bring it to a shop, you know, labor costs might be different everywhere. For me, I do have a lot of rare JDM discontinued parts, so I spend a lot more. Alright, I hope that kind of answers some of the questions about this car. Every year on its anniversary, I like to make annual recap. I used to talk about every single part that's on the car, but quite frankly, the list just gets longer and longer each time. I've just done way too much money and time into this thing over the years. So now I prefer to do a little Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Like I said, everything on this car, the install and all that goodies are on the YouTube channel. If you guys want to look up specifically like the turbo stuff, we have a separate playlist on the channel, Mitsubishi Lancer Turbo Build. 50 over videos in just that playlist. Talks about what parts you need, how much it costs, the install process, all that stuff. And yeah, I am pretty happy. Plans for the build, honestly, you know, with my other builds, I'm, you know, spending more money and building those cars up since they're, you know, not as modified. But with the Lancer, she's not going anywhere. Plan to keep her. It's just, you know, with parts, I might be just replacing different setups at this point. Like I said, I have been contemplating taking out the back seats and just throwing in a full roll cage. But, you know, it's always nice to have extra back seats, you know, just in case. You never know when you might need them. Also, with this car, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just my masterpiece. Every time I look at it, every time I drive it, it makes me feel some type of way. And just really blessed to be able to share my whole build journey with you guys. Alright, so if you guys stayed to the end, make sure to leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.